Basically, I'm interested in the economic decisions of households, so both from consumption, savings and labor supply decision, and their implications in terms of poverty and inequality. And I'm working on work package 10, that is on flexicurity. So we are proposing to leave aside a job fixed view, and to concentrate on the dynamic aspects, so on how the employment conditions of young people, for example, evolve over time. So by looking at their employment trajectories, but also at their evolution over time of various other dimensions like income security or the quality of occupation. So the idea is let's start moving away from just a static analysis. We analyze both the very entry in the labor market, so the first 3 years after leaving education, and the subsequent phase, like around 5 years after they left. What is interesting is that, for example, the gender gap in labor outcomes, so in the probability of reaching a job speedy or in having an employment secure condition, arises not at the very beginning, because at the very beginning there is no gender difference in the probability of entering a job very quickly after leaving education, but it arises like a few years later, and few years it is huge and is independent on motherhood or on couple formation. Okay, so just a pure gender gap. For a security point of view, getting a high school degree is more important than getting a university degree. Both contribute to be employment secure, but this high school degree is marginally makes a much bigger difference. And finally, about institutional variables, we have seen that actually a more stringent regulation on the use of temporary contracts actually increases the probability of people to be employment secure, especially for females and low educated individuals. So it's not true that facilitating the use of temporary contracts is very good for youth. It's not good at the very beginning. It's only, it helps a little bit highly educated individuals, but very little. And in around 5 years after they left education, it creates lots of problems for women and low educated people. So we have to start finding different ways of helping people getting into work. We've got two ideas. The first one is at the level of monitoring policies, because we developed a new index of employment security using trajectories. And we discussed this with the indicator groups of the Employment Committee at the European level in the last September. In terms of suggestions of policies, I think that for the family research, what is more important is to start focus on the working condition of mothers, not only when they have young kids, which is the usual focus of females' problem, but also for those who have kids that are children that are in their 14s, 15s, because this could have very important implications for their future labor outcomes.